Today we're going to learn how to get phone call alerts whenever your cron job fails. For that we're going to use our product spike.sh, which gives you alerts on phone call, email, SMS message and Slack whenever you have any issues in your software. We're also going to use healthchecks.io, which keeps monitoring your cron jobs and then sends alerts whenever there is a problem. Let's begin by setting up our spike.sh account so that we can receive phone calls whenever there are any problems. You can see that I'm inside the spike.sh dashboard and I've signed up and verified my phone number. So we'll first begin by telling Spike that what should happen when issues occur. And the way to do that is by creating an escalation policy. Very briefly, an escalation policy tells Spike that who should be alerted on what channel and in what order whenever there are any issues. So in this escalation policy, which I'm going to call cron policy, we want a phone call. I'll send the phone call to myself. And after 5 minutes, we want someone else from the team, but for testing purposes it will be me, to get an email. And I'll save this policy. So now that we have created this policy, we'll go ahead and create a health checks integration. So whenever there are any health check issues, this policy will be applied. So I'll go into integrations and I'll say create new integration. I'll select the integration type. You can see that we have many other integrations. I'll select health checks and I'll give it a name. Call it a cron job integration. I'll select the default service. I'll select the cron policy that we had created and I'll go ahead and add this integration. So in order to understand how to attach this integration with health checks, we have a guide that you can read. But for the purpose of the demo, I'll show you how it's done. And it's pretty simple. You basically go ahead and copy the webhook that we have given you. And then now we'll go and set this webhook inside healthchecks.io. Okay, I'm now inside the healthchecks.io dashboard, and here we'll go ahead and first create our spike.sh integration. You go inside the integration section, scroll down, and you'll find spike.sh. You say add integration. You can scroll down and just copy the webhook URL that we copied from Spike, and we save this integration. Okay, so now we have integrated Spike with health checks. And let's go ahead and create a simple cron job monitoring check. We will now create our first check inside health checks. And I'll go ahead and click on add check. And you can see that the check was created. And it has created it with some default settings. The basic idea behind cron job monitoring with health checks is that health checks provides you a URL that your cron job can ping at the start of any job. And you can also tell health checks the schedule at which your cron runs. So let's say that you have a cron job that runs every hour. You can select 1 hour, and you can also select a grace time, which is that wait for 5 minutes after a cron job has failed or a cron job is late to then send the alert. And we'll go ahead and create this. So what will happen is health checks will now be expecting a ping from your cron job every hour, and if it does not get that ping from your cron job at this URL, then it will wait for the grace period, which is 5 minutes, and then create the alert, and which will then go to Spike. To test our alert, we can actually make the cron job fail by using the URL provided by healthchecks.io. So I will copy this URL, I'll go to my terminal and curl on the URL /fail. When I do that, you can see that a failure event has been generated here, and health check sends that alert to Spike, which should also give us a phone call. We'll go ahead and accept the phone call.
Proof, new alarm on healthchecks.io for quick with brief. Message is cron job monitor is down. Last ping was now. Press 4 to acknowledge.
Okay, so the phone call told us that the monitor that we set up on healthchecks.io was down. It also gives us option to accept, resolve, and escalate the particular alert. You'll also be able to see this particular alert on the spike.sh dashboard. So you can see the cron job monitor is down, last ping was now. And that's how you set up phone call alerts for any of your cron job monitors. Thank you.